Magic Knight Rayearth. I remember the first time I saw this anime. I was in college at the anime club, but as soon as I heard those first epic, stupid notes of the high energy opening for this, I felt like I was 13 again and discovering anime for the first time. The plot for this story is, it's pretty much like a video game that's actually an anime. So basically these three junior high girls are summoned into another world. They have to rescue a princess and they have to travel around the world and evolve their armor and evolve their weapons as they keep fighting monsters and the bad guys' minions. So it's really a very straightforward plot, but the fun is seeing those characters and imagining you are those characters and seeing them overcome these obstacles. The look of this series is pure 90s cheese, and I'm unabashed about this. If you hate that period of animation, if you hate like the awkward drawings, the garish colors, the reused fight animation, all the animation shortcuts, this is probably going to annoy you. But if you kind of remember what it was like to be a kid in the 90s and to just be learning about anime and to be like, oh, Sailor Moon, I've never seen anything like this before, Pokemon, oh my goodness, that's so cool, then this show will probably kind of take you back to that feeling and that moment in animation where it was just kind of becoming a thing in the West and where kids were just starting to get access to it. So one of the interesting things about this anime is that it does cross the line between shoujo and shounen genres. So shounen is your boys' stories. They've got the yelling, they've got the spiky hair, they've got the action lines, they've got the high-powered adventure stories, and then you've got the shoujo where everything's really sweeping and flowing, and you've got beautiful details, and you've got cute little animals, and you've got fun pictures of the characters' outfits and cute school uniforms, and you've got romance, and you've got all that kind of stuff. And you'll see in Magic Knight Rayearth that it really kind of has both of those, which is an unusual thing for anime. And I think one of these reasons why I like the show, because it kind of fulfills both of those needs. Like, I like to look at the pretty stuff, but then I also like to have the high-powered badass moments where you get to fight the monsters and be super powerful and use magic. So it's really fun in both of those ways. The three leads in this are also very distinct. They're three very different types of girls. You have the kind of naive but exuberant tomboy, that's Hikaru, who's kind of the main character, and she's very friendly, very loyal, she has a really positive attitude, and she's also very actiony. She just runs into danger and she doesn't care about herself. And then you have Umi, who is probably going to be kind of annoying for the first couple episodes or so because she's kind of your snooty rich girl. She's a little bit whiny. She's not so sure about this whole we've got to save the world thing. Like, what even world is this? We're not even from here. Whereas Hikaru's like, yeah, we gotta save the world. And Umi's like, why do we have to save the world? Why can't they do it? So you can see they're total opposites, but I feel like I would probably be Umi in this situation because honestly, I'd be pretty mad about being summoned to another world, so I kind of relate to her. And in a lot of other stories, I think Umi would be the villain. She would be the mean girl or the bully, but she's not here. She sometimes doesn't appear to be as nice as the other ones, but when the situation gets serious, then she is very loyal and she will put her life on the line to defend her friends. So she's not as quick to buy into this whole idea, but after she takes a while to think about it, she becomes just as good a fighter as everyone else. And then you have Fu, who is very soft-spoken. She's like an older sister. She uses a more formal type of Japanese than the other two girls. and she's really considerate, and she always tries to help out the others and support them, and she usually stays calm even when the situation gets bad. So she's like the really nice person that you don't want to make angry, because once they get angry, it's like you're done for. They become a total badass, and that's kind of Fu, because she keeps a very calm center most of the time, but when she needs to, she can unleash some pretty powerful stuff. So I really like all of these girls in a different way, because they all do have such different personality types. I would say I'm kind of half Fu and half Umi. Like, I try to be more like Fu, but I'm kind of more like Umi. So I think that girls watching this will probably be able to relate to one of the three, and they'll realize that, you know, like, it's okay to be more of a girly girl, it's okay to be more of a tomboy, it's okay to be more aggressive, it's okay to be more nice. Those are all totally valid ways to approach a problem, and they're all good. A few bad points about this: a few of the outfits for the villains, like the older women, are kind of fan servicey. Like, they're a little bit more revealing, and they kind of look like swimsuits or costumes. So I'm not a huge fan of that. There also is more of a feeling in this show that innocence is preferable to maturity, where you see the super young protagonist fighting against older villains, and even the princess they're saving is older, but she chooses to look young, so it's kind of like, looking cute and staying cute and innocent is kind of preferable to growing up. Although there is one mentor who is an adult woman, and she's very nice to them, and she's very capable, and she's not portrayed in a bad way at all. Even though I've compared this show to a lot of kids stuff from the 90s, it does have a darker tone. There isn't a whole lot of blood, like the characters will get knocked by this huge sword, and like a tiny little cut will appear on their cheek, or maybe like a tiny little cut will appear on their arm. But you do feel like they're in pain, and they're hurting, and they're in danger. So I wouldn't recommend this for super young children for that reason. It also gets very dark towards the end, towards the last few episodes. I can't really go into it without spoilers, but in a way it does sort of ask whether it was right for them to come on this adventure, and right for them to buy into it as much as they did. So I think I wouldn't recommend this for a kid under 10. Like, you have to be kind of a preteen to get these more thoughtful themes out of it. And I think that very young children won't get it and might be kind of disappointed. So I think for an intro to magical girl anime, for a good example of 90s anime, Magic Knight Warrior Earth is absolutely a great place to go. It's really fun, it's really high energy, it's got super likable characters, it's got cute animals in it, and if you're looking for something with super detailed animation, yeah, it's kind of made way before that became a thing. But if you're looking for that kind of fun nostalgia, I definitely recommend this show.